Did you know that almost every weird habit and behavioral pattern is one either inherited from your parents, your ancestors, or B, simply a result of what happened in your childhood? When something triggers you, do you ever just stop and ask yourself, where is this coming from? Do you even resonate with the reaction of yours? Whether or not you're familiar with this video is for you. Hello guys and warmly welcome to my channel. My name is The Only Pearl and I'm here to help you, shift you, wake you up, transform you and educate you with esoteric knowledge and share my dissidental thoughts. So make sure you subscribe to my channel and yeah, let's keep going straight to the new video. By the way, Happy New Year everyone! I wish you the best year ever. May this be the best year ever. Okay, so what made me inspired to make this video? Well, I've noticed patterns during my life, both in myself and in others, that are easily connected to their past, their upbringing, how they grew up, how their parents raised them, what culture they grew up in, but especially what negative experiences they had in their past. Like I said, most of your weird habits are just old coping mechanisms that you still use but were made for you to survive a past situation, but they don't serve you anymore. So this got me very interested and I think everyone can benefit from a video like this. So yeah, that's my story. How can such a pattern look like to the outside? Well, I have an example of my bad habits. One of my worst habits is over-explaining myself. I keep over-explaining myself in situations where it isn't really even needed. It's a habit I formed in my childhood and I kept doing it ever since my adolescence and now my early 20s. And it was a way for me to feel less misunderstood by the people I interacted with because of my undiagnosed neurodivergency. When I grew up, I had trouble with people misunderstanding me, how I think, how I operate, just misunderstanding me completely, and it was very painful for me, and that's why I started to over-explain myself. Even now I do it. I know this, and the people around me notice it too. Like they tell me, like, you don't have to over-explain yourself, just say what you think. But for me it wasn't that easy. But it's a habit that I want to get rid of. It's a bad habit that doesn't serve me anymore. I don't have to over-explain myself anymore. It's not something that I have to do in order to survive. So that's why I'm working on this, and that's why I'm trying to change how I respond, you know? So yeah, that's one way this type of behavioral pattern from your past can show up, or it can be even inherited. If your father, for example, always lies, you might start to lie too as a child and then keep lying because that's something you learn or you inherit, or you know. Okay, now that I've given you examples on what these weird habits can look like, I want to give you a full guide on how to start observing your own patterns, start observing your upbringing and heal these parts of you. Change these old habits that don't serve you anymore into something that in turn serves you and the people you interact with. So let's go. Number 1, in order for this all to work, you have to be willing to accept and face your shadows. This requires you to be able to accept that, okay, I have this shadow side, I have this bad habit, I have a bad side to me, and it might feel very painful, you might feel very ashamed, but you have to understand that this does not tell who you are. This is a coping mechanism, this is inherited. We all have positive things and negative things to us, and they live in harmony. It's beautiful in both ways. And just because you have one or multiple dozens, however many bad habits and old outdated coping mechanisms you have, it doesn't tell about your character. These are coping mechanisms. These are your nervous system trying to make you survive the situation even though it's outdated now. This was you in the past and your nervous system trying to find a way to cope. So this does not define you in any way. You have to understand that we all have shadows to ourselves. I'm a good person and people tell me this often. And I know I have a good heart, but I also have a shadow side. I also have many bad habits that I'm still trying to work on to release, because I also struggled a lot in my life, and that makes me who I am. That gives me also the good side. Because I struggled, I'm now teaching you guys. So realize that this shadow, this bad habit, this is not a flaw, and this is part of you. This makes you who you are. This gives the foundation to your good side. So learn to accept it fully, embrace it, and see the beauty of it. That's how you're able to heal it. You have to heal everything with love, a loving attitude. You cannot heal yourself by punishing yourself for having a bad side to you. That's not how it works. It will create more and more problems. Trust me, I've been there. I've been punishing myself when all I needed was love and safety. Give that to yourself, and that's how you can heal and get better. Nobody ever teaches us that the way to get rid of your demons is to sit with them. It's to give them love. It's to accept them, not run away. But we humans always think we have to run away, our bad side, our demons, our traumas, or swipe them under a rock. Because that's the easiest way, but the easiest way often is not the most efficient and the best way to deal with things. It's not. Sometimes yes, but in this case, not. I know it's hard to face your shadows. It's hard. It requires strength and for you to experience your emotions. You have to kind of go deep and put yourself in an uncomfortable situation, in an uncomfortable sensation and feelings. But this is how you beat your demons. With love you heal. Love always wins. When someone is evil, what they really need is get connected to Source, infinite love and light again. That's how they get healed. You cannot beat things with negativity and unforgiveness. Everything is healed with love, acceptance, and forgiveness. So when you have accepted your bad habits, start observing. Every time a trigger comes up, every time you react in a way that feels uncomfortable, either for you or someone else, stop and ask yourself, Where is this coming from? What exactly in this very moment makes me feel this way, makes me feel triggered? Does this originate in something that happened to me in the past? Make sure you take time to reflect on this, because you need to get into the root cause of this issue, of this reaction. That's the key for healing these parts of yourself. The root cause, not a plaster. So the root cause is what you actually need to heal, not your reaction, because the reaction is just aftermath. It's just a production of your wound. The last step is doing the actual work, and that is practicing another way to react. This takes repetition. This takes practice. You have to practice this. This doesn't just change from one time, you one time change the way you react. No, you have to do this repeatedly, and you have to start to believe that you can change. You have to change your beliefs first, because from your beliefs you act. Belief is what gives reality the power. When you believe and have faith on something, that is what you attract. That is how manifestation works. If you don't believe in something like my reality can change, it will not change, because everything is based on frequency and energy. And if you don't believe in something, it doesn't have energy. It doesn't have its energetic value for it to manifest. So you have to understand, you have to believe in what you want. You have to believe that yes, I can change. Change is very much possible, and it is, because once you repeat something, once you start to delusionally in the beginning believe in something, it holds energetic value, and your brain starts to rewire itself. That's called neuroplasticity. So you have to realize you can change. So practice a new way to react, and you will heal, and this bad habit will soon be history. And I have to admit, in the beginning this will feel like torture, but do it scared. That's the only way you can get over a fence. You have to just climb over it scared. Do it scared. Do it terrified. That's how I try to operate. I know it's hard, and your mind will always start to resist something that feels, and your nervous system especially, that feels unbearable and scary, but try to do it scared and start small. Make it safe for your nervous system to try to change. Don't go too intensely too quickly either. There is a saying that the road to hell often feels like heaven, and the road to heaven often feels like hell. So realize that this is meant to be uncomfortable. Growth is uncomfortable. Change is uncomfortable. But if you can start small, you will get there, I promise. How this can look like, for example, if you are also keen to over-explain yourself and you want to get rid of that, first you can try to explain yourself less. Explain yourself in a shorter way. For example, when someone asks you something, why did you do that? First, you might want to give them a very long explanation, or why you did that, all the motives behind it. Oh, why this, or because of this, and because I'm like this. But when you're trying to change it, just start small, like, okay, give the person one or two explanations, because I just felt like I wanted to, or because I just felt like it was the right time, and whatever. That's how you start. And when you feel like you don't have to give an explanation to someone, you can just be quiet, or you can tell them, I don't have to explain myself to you. For example, people in my comments often misunderstand me, or they ask me, well, why do you think this way? I automatically almost immediately start to reply them and give them an explanation, because this was my past trauma, this was my past coping mechanism. But I'm trying to get rid of that, because I don't have to explain myself to you guys. I have the right to express myself and think differently. This is who I am, this is who I want to be, this is who I'm meant to be. I don't have to explain myself at all to you. I can say whatever I want because the freedom of speech exists. So yeah, you don't have to understand me. I have to understand that these people do not have to know my motives. These people do not have to understand me. I know what I mean. I know why I say what I say. I know why I think how I think. And that's enough. You don't have to explain yourself to anyone. You have the freedom. I know it's very urgent to do that, especially if that was a way for you to feel better in the past. But trust me, they don't have to know your motives. They don't have to hear why you think the way you think. Because at the end of the day, it doesn't make much of a difference. It does not matter. You are the only one who experiences your reality. And people always have different ways to interpret things. And that's the beauty of it. That's the beauty. I realize this. They don't have to see things the way I see them for me to be right or for them to be right. Both are right. There's no right or wrong when it comes to perception. Okay guys, thank you so much for this video. I feel the shift in this energy. I feel this fresh new start that they say 2026 is, and I totally agree with that. I feel very fresh. I feel like a huge karmic ending just happened in 2025 and all the years behind it. I feel like, oh, refreshed. So I hope you feel the same, guys, and I hope this year brings you the biggest blessings. I hope we can grow my community here, our community, not mine, but the community I've created this far. And I hope this video helped you in this matter, or whatever matter possible. I really believe in you, and you will see how your reactions will start to change once you practice. This guide is very useful. Please make sure you share my videos, comment, and subscribe, and just overall interact with my content. Okay guys, I love you so much, and I hope we see again soon. I've been so busy. I've been working full days, and soon I will start my studies again. But I really miss doing this, so I'll try to make time for you, because this is what fulfills my soul. Okay guys, this video needs to end now. I don't wanna prolong this anymore. All what is need to be said is now said. I love you. See you.